President Muhammadu Buhari has accused an unnamed member of the National Assembly of sponsoring Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho, both ROS of Independent Peoples of Biafra, IPOB, or Indigenous People of Biafra, and Odua Nation groups considered as secessionist movements in the country. The president, in a speech read today to commemorate the nation's 61st independence, also vowed to deal with persons inciting violence either by their words or actions in the country. Buhari, who blamed the rising cost of foods in the country on the activities of middlemen, also directed the rehabilitation of all food reserves in the country, just as he regretted the infrastructural deficit pervading the nation, regretting that the nation has faced a most difficult period in the last 18 months in terms of insecurity. The president said, "As a government, we are ready to arrest and prosecute all persons inciting violence through words or action. Our resolve for a peaceful, united, and one Nigeria remains resolute and unwavering," while maintaining that his administration's hope was not to fight, as he was prepared to always settle grievances peacefully without spilling any blood. He called on all citizens to seize the opportunity of unity provided by the nation's Independence Day anniversary to embrace peace and dialogue, whatever their grievances. The seeds of violence are planted in people's heads through words, reckless utterances of a few lives or few have led to losses of many innocent lives and destruction of properties. Such unfiltered and unsubstantiated lies and hate speeches by a few evil persons must be stopped. Our media houses and commentators must move away from just reporting irresponsible remarks to investigating the truth behind all statements and presenting the facts to readers, while recognizing the roles played by the traditional rulers, religious and unity leaders in ensuring peacefully coexistence in the country. Buhari said, "We shall continue to work on dialogue-based solutions to address legitimate grievances, but we remain ready to take decisive actions against secessionist agitators and their sponsors who threaten our national security." The recent arrest of Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho and the ongoing investigations being conducted and reveal certain high-profile financiers behind these individuals. We are vigorously pursuing these financiers, including one identified as serving member of the National Assembly. This is a clear example of how people abandon their national leadership positions for their selfish gains. Instead of preaching unity, they are funding and misleading our youth to conduct criminal acts that sometimes lead to unfortunate and unnecessary loss of lives and property. As the so-called leaders run abroad to hide, our innocent youths are misled and left on the streets to fight for their senseless and destructive causes. Government will continue with greater level of people's participation and in collaboration with our international partners to improve the security architecture, reduce enabling environments for criminality to thrive, and eliminate opportunities for terrorism financing, he said, stressing that his government was addressing the issue of shortage in the supply of petroleum products. Buhari hinted that the government was considering 2 mega refineries in Lagos and Akwa Ibom alongside other modular refineries in the country. In order to address the challenges of food security, he said, "I am hereby directing the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development to rehabilitate the National Food Reserve Agency and also work with security agencies, the Nigeria Commodity Exchange, and the National Assembly to find a lasting solution to these destructive and unpatriotic hoarding activities. To further enhance food production, we have completed several new dams and are in the process of rehabilitating several river basin development authorities to enhance groundwater supply for rain-fed agriculture as well as surface water for irrigation agriculture." So this is a Buhari's independence speech. You can imagine Do you know that this man went to UN? He didn't even talk about anything like Biafra and Odudua. Now this man is really adamant. He does not even want peace. You can see that he has a mission. For those who are saying that he's going to change, he's going to do this and that, you are just deceiving yourself. This man does not have anything to do. He has an agenda. He didn't mention all these people in the UN at the international level. Now he came home now. He believes that he wants to deal with them. And he didn't even mention all this, the financiers of Boko Haram and the bandits. Yes, man, he didn't talk anything about them at all. I don't know whether, but from what we are hearing, he never said anything about them. And he's telling us that he knows somebody who is in National Assembly, who is a leader, who is sponsoring them, who is this, who is that, and he vows that he are going to be clamped down. Many governors and important members of your cabinet were believed to be the strong sponsor of Boko Haram and bandits, yet you refuse to bring them out for justice. Secession should not be our problem because it is a product of injustice. Wow. Well, what about the well-known father of bandits, Gumi, who is talking nonsense? What does that mean? He's encouraging other bandits. No, he's not going to say anything about them. Well, can you imagine? This is very hopeless statement from the president of a country. How can a member of the House of Rep sponsor millions of people to agitate for an equitable society and freedom from expression? Buhari is hell-bent on taking this country to war, and if that is what he wants, so be it. You can imagine. You can imagine such a statement coming out from a leader. It is better the government dialogue with the IPOB and Odua if it could dialogue with terrorists, bandits and Boko Haram, and even pay ransom. Government should dialogue with these secessionists. Nigeria is soaked with human blood. And just like I've been saying, they're just making this agitators or the secession group, making it a big deal. Everybody, what these guys are talking about is what everybody is facing. Is what everybody is facing. You can imagine the kind of threat, the subtle threat he has even passed to the media houses. Everybody is complaining of injustice, and this man, he doesn't say anything about it. What he's trying to tell everyone is that just keep quiet, don't say anything. They are working. Whether you are saying it or not, it's none of their business, but they just believe they're working, but you don't need to come out and be talking nonsense. That is what he meant. Some people, instead of addressing issues, always trying to excuse their evils by referring to others. There is the saying that two wrongs cannot make a right. There's somebody who is openly not doing the right thing. You expect them, if you don't do the right thing, you don't expect other people to do the right thing. They want it to be cultured, they want it to be refined in your statement, but they are not refined. But they say, no, since this person is not making it, just forget about it. If you think you don't have sense, other people will tell you that, even if they have sense, they will tell you that they want to go in the same line with you. Self-determination group deserve more attention for Buhari than Fulani Esme, Boko Haram and bandits. My cow spectacle presido. Do you think that threatening can solve any problem? First, name those sponsoring Boko Haram, Esme and bandits in Nigeria. No, it will not do that. Blame game. When Obadiah challenged you to summon him to mention sponsors of Boko Haram, what did you do? Organize its assassination. Fulani Esme, bandits and Boko Haram terrorists are doing a very legitimate business for Mr. President, so no need to mention them. Agitators are spoiling his agenda, therefore they need to be dealt with. That is it. Deal also with those who enthrone nepotism into your policies with reckless abandon. Deal with the tribal government policies that favor one section of the country. He's not going to do that. The problem and the business he has is the agitators, and he has said it. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take.